Movie review, Perfect Heart, streaming on Ruth Kadiri 24/7, starring Timothy Eggleston, Chelsea is, Prisma James. First off, the title Perfect Heart feels like pure irony, and I'm convinced it's intentional. I actually love that twist because it fits the story so well. The film's concept, the screenplay, and the cast lineup caught my interest immediately. I was especially excited to see Chelsea as again after such a long time away from the screen. And thankfully, this time, she wasn't cast as the perpetual crybaby. She truly nailed her role. Now let's dive in. You know that saying about a woman's fury. It plays out perfectly here. Men might assume they're the ultimate players, able to juggle relationships and check in whenever they feel like it. But the truth is, women are often the real masters of the game. They can hit you on every front, emotionally, physically, financially, and mentally. Someone you thought incapable of revenge can suddenly unleash pure chaos. To be fair, though, Tabena seemed to play his cards smartly for a while. He treated his women well enough that none felt neglected or sidelined until Alexo, the self-appointed busybody, popped up in Abuja and flipped everything upside down. This movie is a reminder that men often believe they're champions at keeping secrets, while women tend to spill their past without filters. Perfect Heart underscores one big lesson. Sometimes, you just need to keep your lips sealed. But what frustrates me deeply is how a man can knowingly be the reason for his wife's sleepless nights watching her cry and still keep silent about it. Tabena refused to confess his intentions to his wife before marrying her but had no problem sharing the truth with another woman. That's devilish behavior, plain and simple. Overall, the movie was solid. But there were a few things that didn't sit right with me. 1. When Alexi returned from her first date and met her best friend at home, she seemed genuinely shocked that her friend was inside her apartment. Yet, in the very next moment, she casually said, "I'll get my spare key from you." That scene just didn't add up, too. I'm struggling to grasp how someone who's supposedly a university lecturer, with students and classes to handle, could suddenly drop everything to stay in Abuja and execute a wicked plot, especially when there was no indication she was on leave. Nothing in her scenes suggested she was an academic. Instead, the script portrayed her as someone constantly chasing nightlife and desperate for a relationship. No scenes showed her teaching, writing, or even inside a lecture hall. 3. The delivery guy. I know not everyone has perfect diction, but that actor should have been given more takes to get his lines right. He pronounced delivery as very, and his performance was painfully weak. 4. Another point, imagine a random woman strutting into your compound to announce without an ounce of remorse that she's been sleeping with your husband for 5 months. The fact that the wife kept her cool was impressive, but inviting the mistress into her home without any fear or hesitation felt completely unrealistic. Even if I'm livid over cheating, I wouldn't stay in the same room with someone that brazen. Her boldness was scarier than a street vendor hawking fake AirPods in traffic. Personally, I'd have got her number and arranged to meet somewhere secure, rather than pouring my heart out to a stranger like I'd been waiting for this confession all along. 5. And finally, If I were Tabena, getting calls repeatedly from a dead person's phone, I'd have launched an investigation immediately and gone back to the apartment to find some answers. Despite all his wealth, he came off as utterly clueless. Rating will be 8/10.